Hi, beautiful people. So on Instagram, I did one of those little question things where you say like, ask me anything or whatever, but I specifically said like, if you could see any video topic by me, what would you want to see? And I got some interesting things. Like I usually get the same kind of things like, oh, Bible study or like, high school advice or different things that I've kind of done before, but this one was different. And so I really liked it. So this comes from Lindsay F. Thanks for asking it. Her question is, well, it's not really a question, but I'll form it into a question. She says, dealing with controversial topics with non-believers. So basically like, how do you talk to non-believers about the controversial topics within Christianity? And so I'm just going to I'm just going to kind of say whatever comes to mind right away. I didn't like prep this a lot or outline anything. I just wanted to speak from my heart too about this because this is something that I've never been asked before, but I feel like it's something that I can talk about and like I have a lot to say. So, or not a lot, but like something interesting or important, I guess. Whatever, I'm going to talk about it. I really want to. So anyway, the things that a lot of non-believers bring up, the like controversial things that a lot of non-believers have trouble with within Christianity and stuff, and a lot of reasons why people don't believe or they say they don't believe is because of these three things. How could a good God allow suffering? How could a good God allow evil? And how could a good God send people to hell? Those are the three things I hear so often from people I talk to here on YouTube and email about, and even just like in person talking with people who are non-believers. That's a lot of what I get from people. And so I'm pretty sure if I hear it that much, then that's like, those are the things that people think about and concern them and maybe even trouble them. And so what I say to you, Lindsay, is this. The fact that you, out of everything you could have asked me, that was the thing you asked. I want you to know that shows me, because I, as a teacher, I don't look at people's behaviors and the things they say. I try to look deeper than that. Like, what's the heart behind what they're doing? What's the heart behind what they're saying, right? And I think the heart behind what you're asking and what you're wanting me to talk about is, you care. You care about non-believers. You want them to be saved. You want them to come to the Lord. And that to me shows that you have a beautiful heart. And so first of all, I just want to say that to you. And to anyone else who actually genuinely cares about non-believers and like what non-believers think and bringing them to Christ, that is so good, and we need more of that. Seriously, you would be surprised. Like when I went to Christian University all 4 years, there were some people I talked to and I saw, and I was just shocked the way that they literally would just dismiss someone as soon as they found out that they weren't a believer. Like literally be like, oh. Or something like, what are you doing here if you're not a believer? What are you doing at this school? One of my friends who was an atheist at where I went to school, he told me that people would just dismiss him and look at him like that, like smug, rude. Like I was just like, are you kidding me? Like people treated you like that? And I saw it sometimes. And I was just like, that's unacceptable. That's not loving. That's not kind. That's not Christ. Like, I could talk about that for a while. But basically, it's just like, we need more people who care, because there are people who call themselves Christians, who go to church and then judge people like that and are rude and not loving, not welcoming, all that stuff. I'm not saying that there's not a righteous kind of judging that's within the Christian culture. That's a different story. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the smug, rude looks that I just did there, okay? So anyway, I'm glad that you're not that person, and I'm glad that if you're watching this, that you care enough to also talk about it. So sorry for the long intro, but it's a good thing, because we need more of that, because Jesus cared. Jesus, answered the hard questions. Jesus talked to the people who didn't believe. Jesus loved those people. So we need more of that. And this is what I'll just say to actually answer the question, is to just be real. I'm all about being real, all about, keeping it 100, whatever phrase you want to say. Be real and be honest with people. Like, you don't have all the answers, so don't like ever pretend like you have to have all that, or don't put that pressure on yourself to always have all of the answers for non-believers, because seriously, like, we won't. And the thing is, like, it's okay to have a conversation with a non-believer and to say to them, you know what, I actually don't think that I have the answer to that right now. I'm gonna go out and like research about it and pray about it and talk to my pastor about it or something like that, and just be honest and say, you know what, I don't have all the answers, because you won't always. You might, especially like when someone asks you a hard question and then you take that and go out and research, you come out of that so much stronger in your belief as a Christian, because you went out and did that research, because you had maybe that little bit of doubt, or maybe something that troubled you a little bit about the Christian walk and the Christian faith. So take those things, those conversations with non-believers, take what they say, and use it for good, because God is not afraid of your hard questions. So bringing those things to Him, it's okay to do it, because we don't need to figure it out all on our own. You can take it to God and He will help you through that, whether that be through talking to your pastor or going out online and Googling stuff, because the internet's a beautiful place, right? God can give you that answer and can speak to you through those people, through those resources. So don't feel like you have to have all the answers is definitely a huge thing. And just to be real and just say, you know what, that kind of troubles me a little bit too, but here's why I still believe, or here's how I got through that doubt, or yeah, just anything like that. Those honest answers. We don't have to pretend to be people we're not, okay? We live in a broken world. We live in a place where things aren't always black and white, and there are things you have to kind of take time to figure out with God and about your faith. So that's just what I will say to that, is to just be real. So I feel like that was a really wordy explanation, but I really hope that helped you, and yeah, at least helped one of you out there, Lindsay, who asked the question. So thank you for watching. I love you guys, and yeah, just God bless you guys. I miss YouTube so much, man. I've missed all those couple weeks I was gone. I missed it so much. So thank you for watching, and you are loved. Have a great day, and know that you are so loved and so beautiful. Peace. But what measure could amount to your